Good morning. It is 7 a.m. and I'm getting a bright and early start today. I also happen to look like a cat burglar, so. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Melanie and I am super jazzed to be here as always. Today we are going outside to collect and hunt for some wild roses to make rose water with. Like I said in my previous video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot more of my DIY, foraging, wildcrafting content. I moved back to my family property, so it's allowed me to be a lot more in touch with nature and have such a huge abundance at my fingertips. So I wanted to take you guys with me so you can share in the very relaxing, calming, zen process of creating your own rose water.
Roses love light, so you will often find them growing on the outskirts of a clearing or on the side of a road. Despite having a very intense rainy season this year, we were lucky enough for some sunshine and to be able to find wild roses. To save ourselves time later on with the sorting and cleaning process, we do try and pick only the petals off of the rose bushes. Not only does this ease our cleaning process later on, but it also interferes with the natural process of the plant a little less. Now to the processing. It is very simple and relaxing what I'm doing now. All I am doing is going through and taking away any of the green bits that we didn't manage to avoid. I use rose in many different projects, so because we were so abundantly blessed with this harvest, I decided to set some aside to dry for later use in teas or bath salt blends. That leaves us with about 4 to 5 cups of fresh wild rose petals to create this rose water with. You do not have to use distilled water when creating rose water, but it does increase the shelf life of your end product. Distilled water is water that has been boiled into vapor and condensed back into liquid in a separate container. Hi, little caterpillar. Cover the rose petals with just enough water. I didn't measure this exactly because it's not an exact science, but the more water you add, the less concentrated your end product will be. This is Fred. He is a very curious and helpful kitty. Who narrowly escapes being burnt by my incense. Now that we have our rose petals and distilled water in our pot, place them on the stove on low or simmer for about 20 to 30 minutes. It's important to make sure that all of the rose petals are just covered by the water. I say about 20 to 30 minutes because rose petals are very delicate and they do not take a long time to process. So depending on your stove's settings, you're going to want to be periodically checking on this to ensure that it does not overcook. You will slowly start to see the rose petals losing color, and once they reach a very bleached out white color, you are good to take them off and let them cool. You are going to need a very fine strain or some cheesecloth to filter out the rose petals from the rose water, and some type of bowl. I prefer to use one with a spout so I can distribute it easier later on. Now, I am not a very patient person, so I didn't wait for it to cool off very much, but I would recommend, if it's your first time working with anything like this, that you let it sit for around 10 to 20 minutes. Rose petals can be really hot and sticky, so if you get one on you, it can burn. You can use the back of your spoon here to push the roses down into the strain a little bit. Gently is key here, as we don't want any of the actual petal to go through the strain, so just a light squeeze to get the moisture out. There you have it, our beautiful, wild, handmade rose water. The smell is absolutely amazing and the color is beautiful. Before rebottling, I do recommend you allow your rose water to fully cool. Now, the uses for rose water are many. One of my favorite ones is to use it topically for skincare. I do this by both mixing it into my micellar water as well as using it as a natural toner. Rose water is anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, and analgesic. These three things are the main reasons why rose water is so predominantly used in skincare. These three properties means it not only helps with toning your skin, but also with expediting healing of scars and cuts, as well as taking away redness and soothing irritations from skin conditions such as psoriasis or eczema. Ingesting rose water has been a pivotal part of folk medicine for years due to its ability to help ease the pain of an upset stomach, increase digestion, as well as help your body to regulate its secretion of bile. Rose is celebrated in the aromatherapy world for its ability to ease and relieve headaches, as well as enhancing your mood.
That is it for our rose water video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed coming along with me on the foraging and the crafting process of rose water. It is very rewarding for me to do that, and if this at all inspired you, I would like to further encourage you to go out there and create your own herbal creations, whether it's rose water or simply teas or Epsom salt baths with herbs in them. Being involved and knowing the process from start to finish is so gratifying, and I really encourage you to give it a go. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if you've done any foraging or wildcrafting so far this spring and summer. I have a new moon video coming up on the channel. We've got lots of fun and exciting energies to be working with for the Leo season approaching. I have been very busy on my moon phase series coming up. Very excited about all of the content coming to the channel. So if you are interested in any of those things, hit that subscribe button and I will see you next week. Bye, guys. I just burnt my pants.